Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aida Farhat. Welcome to Conscious Heart Solutions. I have my beautiful guest, Miss Emma Broomhall. I want to invite a quick um, bio. I'll share her bio and then give Emma time to expand on her story and her experiences and what she's doing now to help uplift and bring consciousness expansion to especially women, but all of humankind. So Emma Broomhall lives in the UK where she works from home in the field of digital marketing. She's 48 years of age and she's the mother of two young girls, Maya and Aurora. Emma has traveled extensively through India, Asia, Australia, South America, and Ecuador. Emma is a master teacher of Reiki. She has over 20 years of experience in energy work. She also is learning in several other energy modalities, which she uses to assist her clients. Cryogenetics and shadow work are a couple of her chosen modalities. It is Emma's passion to assist women in their own awakening process and personal transformation. Emma's true calling and passion is to empower women to become mentally, emotionally, and financially independent so they too can become the greatest express version of themselves. Emma supports women in their spiritual development as well. She guides and assists them to become entrepreneurs and to live an abundant life. Welcome, Emma. I'm
Hello,
very
hello,
excited to
Ada.
have you. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a guest. And that was a mouthful. I mean, you're doing amazing things. And I know I follow you on Facebook. I listen to your posts. I listen to your live messages that you share with all of us. And I just think that you're a plethora of valuable information and inspirational to all of us, those that feel pulled to listen and connect in with you. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful and grateful that I've met you and that I have met you and we are becoming friends and or we have become friends. And so I don't want to talk too much more. I would like for you to expand. I will ask questions, but I'll hold back and let you just share whatever comes to your heart, whatever it is that you want to share with the audience.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for that very, very beautiful and lovely introduction. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. I'll be really looking forward to this. So yeah, where to start really? Well, my passion, my calling is energy work and really helping and empowering others to give you a little bit of a backstory and a brief sort of like where I've been and what I've been doing. I've been into energy work for, yes, as you say, more than 20 years. I've always been a little bit different, a little bit intuitive, a little bit sort of out there, and I've always felt the need to help people feel comfortable with themselves, to help people see themselves in the light that I see them, because we never see ourselves the way other people see us. And so I really do find it a joy to remind people and show people just how amazing they are, how beautiful they are, how multidimensional they are. Especially when they don't see it themselves. Yes, I have traveled extensively over the world. I've been around the world a couple of times now. The first time I went traveling by myself, actually, 14 months of sheer adventure. The second time was with my ex-partner and my children. My eldest daughter, Maya, she came out with us when we left the country. She was about 10 months old. And we went to live in Bali first, and I met some lovely, lovely, beautiful people who really expanded my knowledge on inner work, personal growth, self-development, breath work, energy work. It was really such an eye-opener to be in a space like that. Bali is very full of people who go there to find themselves and to help heal others. So that's where I really started diving into helping others and helping other women. Really, I was luckily enough to be involved in quite a few women's circles while I was over there, and fortunate enough to, yes, meet some absolutely amazing people. I went from there, we went to, I was very heavily pregnant actually when I left Bali, and we went to South America. We went to the rainforests of Peru, where I was working in communities, because that's what my ex-partner and I were doing. We were working with communities. We worked in Bali and closely with Sasha Stone, the New Earth Project. You know, if you know him or not, or if your listeners know him or not, it was very amazing work to really dive into, how shall I put it, liberating us as humans, you know, from the prison of our mind, from the prison of our hearts, and really being able to open up and see the world with very new eyes. And so yes, me and my ex-partner, we worked in communities. We went to South America. Like I say, we were in the forest of the rainforest of Peru. We were helping people set up there, setting up new economies, setting up free energy systems, and very much like that. And that's where I had my second daughter, Aurora. She was born in the rainforest.
Beautiful.
I know,
Lovely. That is so lovely. I love
completely.
that. Yeah.
I know, completely unassisted. It was just me and my husband at the time, and my eldest daughter kind of like looking in the background, and it was an experience, to say the least. It was the experience. So, and yes, we moved around the world and helping communities like that. It was just a few years ago that kind of chapter ended for me. You know, I split up from my ex and I came back to the UK, and this is where I really started to learn and understand more and more about consciousness, psychology. I've had a beautiful mentor myself who taught me and coached me on shadow work, and I did that for 3 years, no, nearly 4 years, and she's still very much a very good friend of mine. She's still my mentor, she's still my coach, because as you know, it's always an ongoing process. And this is where I really started to hone in on what my purpose was and what I wanted to do, and found that with shadow work and with cryogenetics, which is a kind of tool that I use on shadow work, and which helps with ancestral healing, inner baby work, removing of entities, quite a lot of deep things. And yes, going down rather a rabbit hole on how the human race is, how can I put it, guided and to be separate from themselves. You know, as we know, society really isn't geared to raise people, to rise people, to open up people, to expand people. It's not designed like that. So when I come across these modalities, and I realize just how much the human race is, how can I say it, I don't want to sound too sort of like way out there or woo there, but it's like how the human race is used and fed off and harvested from our own personal sovereignty, our energy, you know, our love, and all of this negative energy is kind of invoked in us, and this is what is siphoned from us to, you know.
Please elaborate on that.
Okay, all right.
I mean, yeah, that, and also because I was doing my best not to interrupt you, because I want to hear everything that you're saying, but I would love for you to elaborate on that, on our energy being siphoned. Also, say that again, the word
cryogenetics.
Yeah, if you could maybe explain to the audience, for those that may not be familiar with that modality, if you could share a little bit more about what that entails. And
okay, all right, okay. So through my shadow work, I was introduced to another mentor called Laura Lee. She has a wonderful website which is all about cryogenetics and UV indigo. So not to be confused with the indigo children that were born in a certain time, even though that is kind of like where I was born. I was born in that time. I'm very much an indigo baby. But also with cryogenetics, it's my connection to my guides, to my allies, and who are in the UV realm. So it's slightly different to an indigo child, but the UV realm is something that I'm aligned with, something they're my guides, they're my allies, and they also help me using these tools from cryogenetics. So we have crystals, we have certain things that we do, meditations, this kind of thing. And what cryogenetics dives into is how much, like I say, the human race is sort of invoked to feel negative energy in and encouraged to be separate and encouraged to go around in the ego mind and all this kind of thing. And basically any negative energy that we are producing through thoughts, through emotions, by not healing ourselves, we are fed upon and harvested from by all different kinds of entities. All different kinds of entities, because as we know, we're all multidimensional. You know, not everything that exists in this 3D reality. As we know, there are things that we can't see, or we do perceive them, but we don't see them. So there are other entities, aliens, this kind of thing that harvest this negative energy from us. For instance, I shall give you a little example. So for instance, you can go one day, you can be walking down the street and, quite happy, nothing really wrong going on in your life. But in the background, you can kind of feel that something is poking you or prodding you, or something's a little bit irritating, and you feel a little bit off and you don't know why. And, and you kind of have the same story going around in your mind. And, and you have this energy and you just seem to be stuck in there. Well, if you're feeling like that, then you can guarantee that you have an entity that is around you that is siphoning off that energy as food. And I know I realize it kind of sounds really out there. It even took me a little while to understand this and really understand myself, perceive in myself what was going on. I myself have been psychically attacked. I get poked and prodded still all the time, and we have to be so discerning on and this is where all the coaching and the training comes in, so discerning on what's my energy, what's being poked, how I'm feeling, what's going around in my mind. And cryogenetics is an amazing tool that allows us to dive into our psyche, allows us to meditate and go inward and really find and call out and see and perceive anything that is attached to us, feeding off us, hidden within our traumas, because every time we have a trauma, our energy is then left open for something to plug in. And so we are, as humans, are full of different kinds of implants, and these aren't necessarily nanotech that's like, say, in this 3D reality, but we could have implants and forced agreements that are, like I say, hidden within our energetic traumas. And this is the kind of thing that I've been learning to release and dig out and take away from myself and other people. I hope I'm making sense. So, but
you are making sense. Absolutely.
So
this is fascinating.
Yeah. So with the shadow work, diving into the psyche with the cryogenetics to see how deep our trauma goes, and exactly, like I say, what implants we have, what could be siphoning energy from us, what could be feeding from us. And it may sound all a little bit scary, but believe you me, when we realize just how powerful we are, it's kind of like these things can't possess us. I'm not talking about possession. I'm not talking about demonic possession. I'm talking about being influenced. So it's kind of like the whisper in your ear. I'm not talking about your inner voice either, but it's that whisper in your ear. It's a different kind of voice that, might tell you that you're feeling bad one day, or you're not smart enough, or they don't like you, and it stirs up our traumas and our triggers, and that's then what gives them their food. So
So are you suggesting that's entities that are speaking to us, or is that our shadow self? That's the mind of the flesh, our subconscious programming that is having a way with us, where we're constantly going back and forth with, this battle that so many people experience. I'd
this
say
is it. This is
planet.
it. It's discerning that. I mean, because of our shadow, because of our traumas, these are the things that the entities plug into. So it's very, very much connected. And even though we have our shadow selves and we have our stories of our own traumas, these entities kind of influence that. Like I said, it's not about possession. It's not about that, but they kind of add into the voices. They kind of stir up that inner voice, that shadow voice. So again, but that's where the discernment comes in. Is it our own shadow? Is it an entity that's poking and prodding us for that energy? And so it's that discernment of where it's coming in, but it's very much connected. It's very, very much connected. So with the cryogenetics, we can go into ancestral healing. We can get, like I say, inner baby work. We can go into entity work. It's very, very deep. And to have an understanding, cryogenetics gives us an understanding of how deep these traumas go, how deep this siphoning goes, this harvesting goes, and just how clever this energy, these entities are, and where they hide. So again, so it's when you're coached and trained in these things, it's using your discernment to find out which is which, and then take the appropriate actions and the appropriate steps.
So are you able to tap into people's like Akashic records? Are you able to tap into people's biofield to see if there's
very much so. If
okay.
I'm help, I don't go into Akashic records. That's not really my jam.
Okay.
But yes, when I work with people, it's a very, very intuitive process. It's very, very much a connective process, because part of my job is to help somebody to open up, especially when we've been shut down for so long, when we're so traumatized, and we just kind of put everything in a case and keep it locked down and keep it shoved down. So it's a very intuitive process, because some people don't know they're being attacked. Some people don't know about these things. It can be very frightening to actually reveal these things to people. And because I remember myself, it was kind of like, I disbelieved it at first. It was like, that's a whole load of rubbish. I don't, it's like, I've seen ghosts, or I can speak to guides and that kind of thing, but really all this harvesting of implants and all that. But really, when I started to open myself up in that way, to dive in, and somebody helped me, my coach intuitively was there and sitting with me and doing this and helping me to open up, it was quite the eye-opener. And so and this is what is sparking my fuel and my passion to go out there and help people, especially women. No disrespect to any gentleman out there, but at the moment it is the women rising. It is the women that's coming together. It is the women that are showing the stronger attributes of waking up and looking at themselves and being able to look at themselves. And for me, for my own personal feeling, I think it is the time for the feminine to rise. And I'm not talking about feminists. I do not hate men whatsoever. But I do believe it's up to us to bring the men with us.
Yes,
it's all about that balance. It's not about a patriarchy. It's not about a matriarchy. It is about now bringing that divine masculine and that divine feminine together to heal all of us together.
Yes, so, Emma. Yes, I loved it. I absolutely agree. Yes, That's
Yes.
fabulous what
Yes.
you just
So,
said.
so the more I have dived into energy work and seeing how the body works, how the mind works, how consciousness works, how multidimensional we are, how cosmic we are, how powerful we are, this is all fuel for my passion to help women, step back into themselves, find themselves, regain that power, step back into that power, realize just how powerful we are, but in such a wonderful, nurturing, compassionate, feminine way. I mean, because we've all got masculine and feminine in us.
Yes.
So,
How
but
about
yeah.
Reiki? How about so you started Reiki 20 plus years ago.
Oh
So do
gosh,
you,
it
yeah.
was,
Do you
yeah.
do long distance Reiki sessions on people? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Gosh, Reiki. Reiki changed and saved my life. It was by complete chance, actually, that I went to a psychic fair because I was looking for crystals and that kind of thing at the time. But I came across this wonderful young man who'd just been tuned to Reiki. And I was talking to him, and he was giving free 15-minute sessions. And I was like, okay, all right, I'll have a little go at this and see what happens. And anyway, this young man sort of like, laid me down, and then all of a sudden he put his hands on me, and I couldn't believe what I was feeling. I was feeling myself. I was feeling this beautiful golden sparkly energy running through me. And that moment, in that moment, I was completely hooked. I had to find out about it. I had to know what this was. I had to learn how to do it. And again, I've had a beautiful mentor and teacher. She was wonderful. She was so wonderful. She attuned me to everything, the 1, 2, and the master teacher. And she did. She changed, and she saved my life. It was such a wonderful, easy, and beautiful access point to start understanding just who I was, how I worked, what energies were, what chakras, however you want to pronounce it, depending on what side of the pond you come from, but how these energy centers worked, what they did, how they influenced us, how they affected us, how we could heal them. And yeah, from that moment on, I was completely hooked. Anything I could find out about Reiki, how deep it went, the astral body, the etherical body, the pain body, the emotional body, every kind. I mean, we don't just have 7 chakras either, we have quite a few. Some people can go up to 15, 20, and then others go into hundreds. It all depends on what you're looking into. And so this was my first passion. And yes, I do distant healing. I do healing on the world. I do, I've done healing on animals. Horses love it. All kinds of pets love it. So this was really my first true passion, my first true calling. And this is what really catapulted me into this path, this line of work, if you like. I mean,
I admire you, Emma. You're getting me so excited. I mean, these are things that I've looked into, and I'm kind of at a place in my life where I've shared this with you off camera. What am I doing? Like, what is it? I know I want to work with women. I know I want to become more connected and involved. And well, we'll talk about that again because I'm looking to work with you for sure. Um, let's because we could keep going about that. And I know in the second hour we will have more of an engagement because I'm really trying to allow you to share as much as you can before we go into that type of dialogue, which, yeah, I don't want to be stiff. It's okay. But so you do digital marketing. I haven't really kind of stuck to the structure of the plan here, but that's okay. We're getting the information out, and that's what matters. So if we seem a little all over the place, guys, just follow along. And of course, you can always revisit back, or you can find Emma on Facebook, and she'll share some of her information, contact information at the end of the video. So digital marketing, just touch on that for a moment, and then we will be taking a 5-minute. I mean, in a few minutes, we're going to be taking a 5-minute, probably about 10. So we'll go into talking and sharing more about your digital marketing and what you're doing and how you're inviting other women to come and join in and so forth, and talk about that a little bit more, if you don't mind
No, no, that's
sharing.
fine. Well,
Okay.
yes, I'm a digital marketer, but really, what got me into this was basically I didn't want to go back and do a 9 to 5. I have all these modalities and all these skills, and it was like, it's right now it's really kind of quite hard to find clientele, really, when I was moving about so much, to really start a business or a place, a retreat where I could spend a lot of time in healing women. So I didn't want to go back to a 9 to 5. I needed to earn some money. I didn't know what quite I was going to do. And I was introduced to a platform and a product. It's a high ticket item. It's a high and a platform with big commissions. But really what it was for me, it brought together a blend of digital marketing, personal branding, and lots of inner work and personal development. And this what I who I work for and what I do, what I sell, and the platform I'm aligned with, it's all about personal development. It's all about attraction marketing. So it requires a lot of personal development and inner work. And for me, it kind of like, two birds, one stone. It was like I could work from home, I could work online, I'd already got a bit of a following, I could use all my skills. I could still do all the inner work that I could possibly do, because I'm a complete geek. I'm a complete geek when it comes to personal development. I just love it. And so this is what brought me into digital marketing. So it's all about, for me, it's all about personal branding. If you see my page, I don't sell a product, because it's not really about that. It's about everything that I can bring to the women in my life, to my audience. It's like, how can I help you grow? What can I share with you today, that will inspire you? And thankfully, and I have been called quite inspiring. Thank you very much. I don't want us to say that with too much ego, but this is what I want to do.
You are very inspiring, and it's okay, Emma. You're not.
I want to kind of own that. I want to kind of own that.
Yes, own that. Absolutely. I don't know. Yes, please do own that, because you're amazing. Yeah.
I own that. I love to inspire women, because women are beautiful. They're strong. They're amazing. They're multidimensional. They're just such beautiful, juicy creatures. And everything I do is geared towards, I want to show you how you can release yourself. I want to show you how you can heal yourself. I want to show you how powerful you are. I want to show you how you can step into that power. I want to show you how you can regain that charge. I want to show you and share with you how you can release yourself from your monkey mind and all the stories and untruths that we tell ourselves. And this is what I do. It's just that the product and the platform I'm aligned with also helps me make money. So any person, not just women, but especially women really, that want to come and join me in my business, get to be empowered, both mentally, both, I say all, mentally, emotionally, financially, and it really helps them step back into their power. And so the thing is, it's one of the things why I got into this, and where I was coming from before I got into digital marketing. Obviously my ex-husband, I don't really want to bash him about too much. He's a nice guy. I love him, and I hope he's happy he's doing whatever he's doing. But it was a very toxic relationship. He wasn't happy, I wasn't happy. It takes two. I can't put all the blame on him. But when I left that relationship, I was not in a very good place. I was so weak. I was so broken. My physical health was just completely, non-existent. And I was in this space of, what do I do? Where do I go? What's going to happen? How am I going to look after my children? And, how am I going to do it? How am I going to use my skills or earn this kind of money? Or how am I going to do that? And I had all these questions going around in my mind. And then this opportunity landed in my lap, and when it did, it just ticked all the boxes for me. I mean, it's not for everybody. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but for any woman who's coming out of a toxic relationship, any woman who is starting again, any woman who wants to be independent, any woman who is scared to be on her own and doesn't know what to do, it's there is something, there is something, there is hope, there is something. And you know, for anybody who's listening, just know that. Like I said, I'm not sort of plugging, oh,
So
come
it
on.
so okay. The second hour we'll talk about this, but I know that there's an investment required, right, in order to be involved. So we'll talk more about that, because you never know. Somebody's going to hear this video and somebody will reach out to you and say, hey, wait a minute, sounds like something I'm interested in, or I'd like to know more about it. And then, you know, hopefully maybe people will reach out. And if they don't, it's okay too. I mean, you've shared so much amazing information already, even if they just reach out to ask for your assistance in healing,
Oh,
or shadow work.
I love connecting with people. I love having
I
these
know you do. And I
conversations.
love,
I
because
love
I
it.
have that same energy. So I'm really drawn to you, because that's how I feel too. And I truly do, from the truth of my being, want to see people succeed, to unite, to come together.
Yes.
We have differences, absolutely. Everybody isn't for everybody. I get that. But we can, especially women, it's my hope, by doing shows like this and having guests like you and other women, to empower one another, call each other home to our own hearts. Because when we do that, we also open the energy field up to invite others that are,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
So
yes.
Let's take a short break on that note, and then we'll come back in 5 minutes. We're going to take a break, guys. I hope you're enjoying Miss Emma, because I think she's amazing. And she's just filled with so much love and so much information. Definitely worth somebody knowing. That's for sure. So we'll take a break and then come back, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this marketing, shadow work, all the good juicy stuff, as you say, you
Yes.
shared so far. We'll elaborate on it a little bit more. Okay, see you in 5.
Tell me what makes you weary. Tell me what lights up your eyes. I'll meet you there in the middle. We'll lay down and harmonize. Tell me what makes you peaceful. Tell me what you fantasize. I'm taking notes in the moonlight. We'll lay down and harmonize. We'll lay down and harmonize. I'm awake for you. I'm awake for
Okay, guys, welcome back to Conscious Heart Solutions with my guest, Emma Boomhall. Did I say it right?
Broomhall.
Broomhall. Okay. So, again, welcome. Thank you. So, we discussed prior to the break that we were going to talk a little bit more about this digital marketing. If you don't mind, elaborate on that a little bit more. Exactly what is it that you're doing? What type of product? Who you're involved with? So forth.
Sure. It's a platform that I'm aligned with. The product is actually something that everybody needs, and it's water. It's simply water, and you may or not have heard of it. It's called Kangen water. It's produced by an amazing Japanese company, and it's a high ticket item, which is why a lot of people align with it, because the commissions are very, very big, and we get up to something like $5,000 a sale. So this is why it's so, yes, exactly, this is why it's so lucrative. This is why part of the platform is called the Freedom Era, because we're all about freedom. We're all about liberating ourselves in every way possible. As we know, as human beings, abundance is our absolute birthright in every kind of form, including money. And that's why this business aligned with me so much, because where I was at the time, my health was completely shot, and this water, believe it or not, really helped bring my body back to me. It really did help bring my body back to me, because my body was so foreign to me. It was doing all kinds of weird and wonderful things. And this water, the water that these machines produce, so it's not bottled water. You have a machine, it sits on your kitchen counter, you plug it into your tap, and you run the water through it, and it produces the most amazing molecular alkalized water. So it's not just alkaline water. It is molecularly structured. It goes through electrolyzed plates. So the water comes out, you get all different kinds of pHs. It's medical grade water. Yeah, it's medical grade water.
Wow.
Lots and lots of hospitals.
Give me 1 second, Emma, real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry. I was heating up some water for more dry. Didn't heat quick enough during the break, so it was going to start. My tea kettle was going to start screaming, and I didn't want that noise. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, so this machine produces different kinds of pHs. So from 2.5, which is antibacterial water, you can clean surfaces with it, so reducing less chemicals in the home. It produces just 7.0 pure clean water, which you can use for general use. It produces water for bathing, drinking, cooking, and yeah, it's just the most amazing thing ever. The drinking water comes out at a 9.5 pH. So, for instance, what comes out of our taps is neutral. It's 7.0. It's right in the middle of the pH spectrum, which is, it's normal. But because it's in our pipes and because it just sits there, it's actually dead water. The water treatment plants have to put so many chemicals into the water to stop it corroding the pipes, to keep it at that neutral level. So when it comes out of our taps, it's there. But really,
well, also filled with fluoride and God knows what
yes,
else. I mean,
yes, yeah. If we want to go down that rabbit hole, but yes, full of fluoride, full of toxins, full of just things that you don't want to know that's in there. I mean, we filtered our water for quite a while beforehand, and when we took those filters out, it was just like brown gungy slime, and it's like we're really putting that into our bodies. And so like I say, when I found this product and I started drinking the water, I even actually have some right here now with me. When I started drinking this water, for the first few days, believe it or not, it actually gave me a headache. But when I realized what was happening, the water was flushing out all impurities and flushing out all the, if you pardon my language, crap that was in my body. And after that, it helped with my lymphatic system. It helped rehydrate me, because I don't know if anybody else notices this, when you drink tap water, it's kind of, you kind of feel
I
even
don't
more
drink it, but
thirsty.
of course I don't know that the bottled water, what's fascinating that you're talking, I mean, I'm just last week, my girlfriend had come over. Long story short, we went to Sam's Club and bought what we thought was high pH water, 9.5, I think it was, Sam's Club, their Kirkland's brand. And come to find out, I was getting a headache, and like just noticed that I wasn't feeling so great because I started drinking this water and using it. And she looked on the back, the ingredients, and the chemicals that they were using to make it was toxic chemicals. Like if you pull them up, it says don't use this, these chemicals in anything, like they're harmful to our body. And I'm thinking, are you
Exactly.
kidding me? And they're promoting this or selling it as a high pH balance. So I'm looking into, for now, and until I am in a position maybe to get your machine or a machine like yours. What's it called? Their drops, trace mineral drops, which help raise the pH balance in water. Just to start with until
Oh gosh, anything that you can do to purify water to get that into your body, do it. I would absolutely say do it, because this water, I have become very much a water snob. I have become very much a water snob. I will not drink anything else other than the water from my Kangen machine, because, like I say, it refreshes me, it rehydrates me, it helped me with my lymphatic system. At the time, my own cycle was completely all over the place. It was shot because I was so stressed. I've just come out of this toxic relationship. I was about 3 stone lighter than I am now. I was very, very poorly. And when I started drinking this water, it really brought my cycle back into like every 28 days, and I started to feel so much better. I got my appetite back. Like I say, my skin started feeling softer. My wrinkles started smoothing out because I was just so drawn and so gaunt. I cannot I cannot say enough good things about this water. I mean, even if nobody wants to come into business, that's absolutely fine. But if you can find anywhere that has Kangen water, go and get some and try it for yourself, because I can guarantee
Yeah.
you will not
So do
regret
they
it.
sell it in the bottle? Is there a bottle?
I am pretty sure that if you anybody looked around, there would be somebody. I believe there are stores that do sell Kangen water. I don't know
How
where
do you
they are,
spell it,
but I know
Emma?
they are.
How do you
I know
spell it?
they're out there. Well, it's Kangen because it's a Japanese pronunciation, so it's Kangen, Kangen, Kangen. So it's Kangen water.
Kangn.
Gen. So it's
Kangen
yeah,
water.
Kangen. It's or it looks like Kangen, but it's pronounced Kangen because it's
I
Japanese.
got you. I'm gonna look into it. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna find that here in Florida, but I mean, is that just UK or is this international?
Oh, international. I work
Okay.
with people all over the world. It doesn't matter where you are. You can get these machines. You can get this water. But yes, I've very much become a water snob. It helps, like I say, reduce plastic. You don't have to buy plastic bottles ever again. It reduces chemicals in the home. It helps with your health. Like I say, it produces water that you can bathe in, and it really does make your skin really soft as well, because it
Okay,
takes
so
the grit.
what about people that live in apartments? How would that system work somebody like I live in an apartment? I don't own a home.
Easy. It sits on your kitchen counter, and you plug it onto your tap.
Yeah, but how do you shower in it?
You see, there is a product called an Anespa shower. And again, you plug it into your shower, water into the Anespa shower, into your shower unit, and there it is. So that's
Okay.
that. So you've got to have a look at the water machine that you can use all the drinking water from, but it's called an Anespa shower. And that is what you plug into your shower, and it
That's a
takes all.
separate piece of
Yeah.
equipment. Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
separate kit, yes, but it takes
Yeah.
all the fluoride out, it takes all the bleach out, and believe you me, it leaves your skin feeling so soft, because the skin, when you're showering or even when you're bathing, can soak up about a litre of water. Your
Yeah.
skin just soaks up about a litre of water. And so, I'm a water
I
snob.
want these
We could talk about
machines.
this
I'm going to
all
call them to me.
day.
I'm going to manifest them. I want them.
I can talk
Well,
about it
I
all day.
wanted,
I love it.
yeah, I wanted to somehow to be able to figure out, I mean, it's unfortunate, truthfully, Emma, that we have to go to this extent to be able to have clean water.
I know.
It's,
It's bonkers. It's
yeah.
absolutely bonkers.
And
Everybody needs it. Everybody needs this clean water. Most people know what's in tap water nowadays, and most people will either use a filter or drink out of a bottle. But even the bottled water now, no disrespect, bottled water companies, but even those have chemicals in, have added fluoride in. Like I say, I want something I can trust. I want something that I know I want to know what I'm putting into my body. And this is for everyone. Everybody should have clean, fresh drinking water.
I agree, absolutely.
Everybody is entitled to clean, fresh drinking water.
I actually went down to went for a little drive a few days ago because there was a CBD store here in Jacksonville that evidently had some type of machine that was a high pH balance machine that you could fill your water jugs up. Well, they closed down. By the time I got down there, I should have known better when I tried to call and the number was out of service, but I still took a chance and drove down there. People say, well, look for local springs, but I've tried to pull up for local springs in my area and there's nothing around me. There are springs, but they don't sell water. Like there's beautiful springs here in Florida. Matter of fact, I'm gonna dig a little deeper and see if I can find. But I agree. I mean, I don't drink nowhere near as much water as I probably should. When I first moved here from Maryland, my skin would chap up and dry. Just the water here, and I'm shocked that people that live here. I've only been here 3 years. Have not taken the local government to task about the water here. I mean, it's horrific. So I don't know. I mean,
like I said, I won't leave home without one.
Yeah.
I won't leave home without one. And
I need to definitely double my intake or triple my intake of water. I go in and out where I'll drink, a gallon of water a day and feel really good. And then, just drink what I have to. Like when I go to the kitchen, I make myself drink a glass of water, just so I get it in my system. Not, but okay. So we'll definitely share information at the end of the video, and I will talk with Katie about getting, putting it in the not comment, but the video below the video, for people to be able to contact you if they're interested.
Perfect.
And working with you, whether it's simply through shadow work, energy healing, whatever modality that they feel pulled to engage, and then also possibly working with you through this selling, being a part of your platform for these machines. Honestly, for water. Yeah.
The thing is, it's I'm into digital marketing and all this kind of thing, but it wasn't really, it's all, for me, it's all about the personal development. It's all about the inner work. And because I don't plug any products on my page, it's all about the personal branding. It's all about how I can be of service, how I can be of value. Any of my experiences that I put out there is to help and inspire and hopefully kick some ladies up the proverbial butt to get them moving, to say, do you know something? I want a piece of that. I deserve that. I'm worthy of that. Do you know something? I can earn how much money now by this, and I'm like, yeah, you can.
Well, where do you find the clientele for that though? That's the thing. Like, high ticket items. I'm not trying to sound. I'm just trying to understand, where do you?
Attraction marketing. with the posts I put out and the content I put out. I mean, yes, I reach out to lots and lots of gorgeous women all the time, you know what I mean, because they talk to me on my page, they come and communicate with me, they leave me comments and all this kind of thing. So I reach out to people all the time. But with the way that I market, which is personal branding and attraction marketing, so really I don't spam anybody. I connect with people, but I don't spam anybody. The whole point of personal branding and attraction marketing is that people are drawn to you, like we have been drawn together, you know what I mean? Like attracts like. And for me, I attract women who are bolshy, who are striking, who are energetic, who want to, pardon the language again, want to cut through the bullshit. You know, they want to cut through that. They want to be self-responsible. They want to be empowered. They want to find themselves again. And because this is the kind of, we don't attract what we think. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. And this is where a whole load of personal development comes in, because 2 years ago, I was broken. You know, I was broken. It was like, well, that's not going to attract good clientele, is it? So this is where all the inner work comes in, the inner work to step into that next version of myself. So then I can then show other women, look, this is where I was. This is where I am now. Do you want some? Because you can have it. You've only got to step up for yourself. It's not about me trying to convince anybody of anything. It's not about me trying to get a sale or convince, oh, you need to come and buy this. No, it's not. It's about, what do you want, babe? What do you want? How do you want to feel? How do you want to live your life? Do you want to be in charge of your life? Do you still want to be outsourcing your energy? Do you still want to be giving your power away? If not, then there's always something that you can do about it, you know, and that's my message. This is my mission, you know.
I love that message. I love it. And
you know,
well,
you want to step up.
You know, it gets me excited because I've been talking with you back and forth for, I don't know, close to a year now about,
awesome.
Still haven't figured out what, I just don't want to make any commitment of anything until I know in my heart of hearts, okay, I'm going to put my all into this and this is what I'm doing.
Well, this is the thing, you see, this is the thing. I don't ask anybody to commit to me. The only thing
I mean, commit to, I'm saying.
Exactly, commit to yourself. And when you're ready to commit to yourself, that's it. That's the turning point. That's the line in the sand.
Oh,
that's
yes, I want that.
Like, so yeah,
I mean, I definitely feel like I've definitely committed to I mean, if you've seen pictures of me from years ago and now, it amazes me because it's like, who was that person? Like, I've done a lot of inner work, shadow work, healing, and so forth and so on. And really what I found in as many people as I'd say on both hands, maybe I've reached out to for assistance and help. And a few of them have been amazing and have truly helped me to get some clarity and put some pieces together. And I do believe that there was something that I gained from everybody, because, you know, we always learn, even if we always learn something from, whether, you know, we always learn from each other. But anyways, back to, I'm at that point now where having somebody like you, you know, getting inspired by somebody like you that really can push me, help me to, should I say, because I know ultimately it's all about me and me making the decision to invest in myself. And again, I feel like I have, but I'm at that point, like, okay, I'm ready to next level stuff. You know, I've done what I can where I'm at. Now it's time to step across the threshold and trust and have faith and know and feel confident. Confidence plays a big part in, as outgoing and fantastical I can be, which is truly part of my personality type. I am a Leo. I'm an Aquarius rising, Aquarius moon. I'm all about helping humanity, helping women in particular, so forth. I want to get involved in a much bigger way, and I trust it will happen. Absolutely. I don't feel like it's not something that's going to pass me by. I truly believe everything that's meant for us does show up, and innately we will know when that thing shows up, this is it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, Well, right now, you've probably seen on my page anyway, I've just started a 30-day intensive in personal growth, and this is inside my platform. This is in this is with my own personal team and my own upline, and I'm going through this 30-day intensive right now. And this course, we've got a heart expansion specialist, Dr. John, oh my gosh, from Australia. I only have to talk to this man, and I'm feeling expanded. I'm in tears. There's I can't hide anything. He's
Oh, that's
awesome.
lovely.
There's also going to be an NLP coach coming in. Her name's Corinne, and again, she's just phenomenal. I've been following this woman for a couple of years, and now I get a chance to work with her. And the thing is, this course is worth about $4,000, right? $4,000. And because I'm in the platform and because I'm working with them already, I have been lucky enough to be able to step into this container. There are other women and other people that are paying for this course that are outside the platform. But for me, when you're inside this platform, we get so much value. We get so much given to us just for being there, just for being joined and aligned with this company, with this product, with this community. And like I said, it's all about, like I said, I did this live this morning, and because I was feeling all of my heart emotions was coming up, and it was like I was like, it's like, who am I? It's like, am I afraid to look at myself? Why am I afraid to look at myself? You know, what am I afraid of? What I'm going to find? Am I going to like what I find? You know, is this really happening? But it's like, for me, I'm done with excuses. You know, I'm done with those excuses in my mind. It's like, right, I'm going to go and do something brave and courageous. And even though I'm in fear and I've got really big crappy pants on, you know, I'm still going to do it with big crappy pants on, because I should and I can, because I know on the other side of that, whatever I'm going through at the moment is going to be some. I'm getting excited. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're fine.
I'm going to have this.
Me. I'm easily. I get excited. Yes, I'm easily affected by your energy because I have that same kind of. So I get it. I understand.
You know, so
I'm really
on the other
good
side,
at, like you, empowering other people and helping others to, you know, really go for it and reach their highest potential, and supporting other people. And I have
it's
I don't
so
know why I
deeply
don't get it
ingrained
to
in me.
myself.
There isn't anything else. There isn't anything else for me, you know, because I know on the other side of that fear, on the other side of that thing I want to go through, there is expansion, there is relief, there is inspiration, there's more clarity, there's space to breathe, to bring in more joy. And I don't really talk of love and light and all that kind of thing, because shadow is a part of us, and if we don't acknowledge that shadow, comfort it, acknowledge it, and own it.
Okay, so for Emma, I don't mean to interrupt you, just quickly, for those that are listening or will be listening, what is shadow work? What is the shadow? Because there may be people that are familiar and are doing their own work.
Might not be.
There's some that
right.
I've had people contact me about shadow work that don't understand what it means to do that.
Okay, shadow work in very, very simple, basic terms is all of our unprocessed and unowned trauma. You know, the ego, you know, it tells us all these stories about, you know, when you have that little argument in your head and all that kind of thing, and all the traumas and all these beliefs that we've got about ourselves, whether we feel that we're not good enough, whether we feel we're not smart enough, whether we feel we're not worthy, whether we've been shut down through abuse, through neglect, abandonment. All of those things affect us, and all of those things, I can't speak now, all of those things are still with us until we acknowledge them, own them, love them, accept them, and release them. And this is what shadow work is for me. I can talk about, I've been abused as a child. I was neglected, I was abandoned, I was sexually abused. you know, and all of these things distort our own beautiful essence. They distort our thinking, they distort our energies. And like I say, all of these traumas leave then us open for obviously the entities and things to be implanted. But really, shadow work is diving in to those wounded and unowned aspects of ourselves, to bring them out, to love them, to acknowledge them, to accept them, to heal them, and to release them. And most people are afraid of shadow work because it's like, oh, I've got to dive into pain. But yes, you have to dive into a pain to express it, to find it, to express it, to really, truly, actually, finally let it out. Because we're so traumatized, we've shoved everything down. The ego shoves everything down and in the back room, in a box, locked away, that, you know, you think you're never going to look there. And our ego will keep us looking the other way as long as it can. And it's up to us. This is where awareness comes in. This is where going inward means, you know, you go inward to look for these things and look for these traumas. So then we can find them, feel that pain. And I mean, really feel it, not just sit in it for oh, woe is me sake, but I mean, go into it, feel it. And most people are scared because they think if they feel into this pain, it's going to be there all the time. But really, when we feel into that pain and when we express it, it's only temporary. It's only momentary. You only feel it for that moment in time, because when we acknowledge it, love it, release it, it's then gone forever. It's gone forever. Once we feel it and express it,
Yes.
it's gone forever. And this is what most people don't understand about shadow work. It's like, oh, I've got to dive into pain. It's going to really hurt and I don't want to go there. And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be, no, it's temporary. And once it's gone, the beautiful clarity, expansion, and the space that's left is amazing. Is amazing.
Can I ask you a question? So what do you think about the healing trap? Like, where people are constantly, the reason I bring this up, and of course I can only speak for myself, my own experience. You know, my sister said to me one day, she was like, Ida, have you ever thought that there's nothing else to dig up within you? Like, you keep looking for things that are wrong with you. Have you not, like, and I'm like, okay, I appreciate that comment, Frida, you know, and I start thinking about it. I'm like, okay, but why do I still feel stuck then? Why do I still feel like I haven't really, like, there's something else that I have not unveiled or uncovered, or, you know, that I have not become aware of about myself? Yeah.
Ada, this is the thing. It is, nobody ever gets there. Nobody's there. That, you know, we don't arrive anywhere.
That's right. I agree with that statement 100%.
It is this journey, this path is a beautiful unfolding and unveiling of, and coming back into the most beautiful person and consciousness that we are. You know what I mean? It's, traumas go deep, and it's not just from parents or, you know, family. It's from environment, it's from society, it's from the media, it's from everywhere, and everything has influenced us. So like I say, whether you've been abused or not, whether you think you've come from the most perfect family or not, there is something, there is a story in there. Everybody has something to heal. And if somebody says, oh no, I'm fine, I've got nothing to heal, I'm good, they're a complete liar. They're a complete liar.
But I think there's a fine line between, okay, yes, we have things to heal, and for people like yourself, like myself, that have been doing this for years, I definitely have been doing this for years. To say, okay, yes, there are still aspects of that need to be unveiled and healed, but I also empower myself and say, I'm very proud of where I, you know, how far I've come and where I'm at. And I don't see healing or doing shadow work as something I need to fear anymore. Rather, embrace it, like you speak of, and be excited about, I'm gonna get through this, and I'm gonna be able to heal this, and then I can help somebody else to find it within themselves and help them and empower them to also face their own shadow. You know, that's the thing. It's like all the aspects of ourself that we deem unacceptable, you know, not worthy, unvalued, all those things. And trust me, I've had many of reasons to convince myself that I wasn't worthy, or I didn't have because of a lifestyle that I was living at one time, that, my actions showed that I just did not hold that kind of um, respect and honor and dignity for myself. And those things have
Exactly.
changed completely. Yeah.
And
And like you, I mean, I think a lot of women, Emma, that have gone through being sexually abused, and I don't see, I speak freely about it now because I've done the work, so it doesn't affect me the way it used to. I used to not even be able to talk about it. I would get emotionally charged
yeah,
and angry. I don't any longer. I see it, you know, I've practiced the bring it back to myself, realizing that everything, some people talk about we permission things to happen to us, whether it's for our own soul expansion, so forth, so on. I don't, there's a part of me that fully gets that. Then there's a part of me that says, no, there are people that, you know, go out
yeah,
of their way to be harmful and hurtful. And I probably have done that myself.
yeah,
So, okay, why would I do that? So again, pulling it back to myself, and it's just really a unraveling and a exposure of vulnerability that once you do it enough times, it feels really good. It's almost like just
yes,
watching this, scrape on your arm heal instantly once you nurture it and love it, and not ignore it and, let it do on its own. Take the time, love yourself, nurture yourself, connect
yes,
with your, yeah.
yes, yes.
Yes.
And like I say, that's what shadow work is. It's not all doom and gloom and pain and crying, even though that is a part of it. I mean, I never used to like crying. I couldn't cry. Crying was weak.
Yeah.
Being a woman was weak. Being emotional was weak.
Yeah.
Now, gosh, I cry over everything, and
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I
I'm
cry in
quite the
sadness.
sensitive myself. My family teases me, but that's
Yeah,
the,
I cry because I'm sad, I cry because I'm happy, I cry because I'm releasing, I cry because of relief, I cry because of joy,
yeah.
and it's a wonderful thing. And yeah, it's shadow work it isn't all doom and gloom. It is, I like you, I get excited about it. If I find something that's coming up now, it's like, okay, ooh, I got something to dive into. What's going on here? Let's go and do this. And I have all these wonderful tools that help me sort of like face it. Because I did a live today actually, and I was a bit emotional today because I'm going through this month intensive, and I was speaking to this Dr. John who was opening up my heart, and to really step into finding out about who I am, turning to look at myself, not being afraid to turn and look at myself, not being afraid to feel everything that comes up or anything that comes up. If I still want to scream and shout and swear a bit or wail into a pillow, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. We are beautiful, juicy, emotional, conscious beings that are built to feel everything,
Yeah.
everything, and experience
Yes.
as much as we possibly can. And
Yes.
to deny ourselves of that, I think that's just bonkers.
Well, that's interesting you say that too, because I went through a serious dark night of the soul. I'm not going to get into my, you know, I say this with many guests. It's like I try not to talk about myself because but you can't help but talk about yourself when you're in, when you're things I think about. But uh, I went through a period where I just shut I went to work because I had bills to pay, but I came home, like I haven't, my idea of fun and excitement has changed, although I don't know what that is, because I'm not interested in going to the bars and hanging out and drinking and all that. Not, I'm just not interested in that. And I'm not interested in sitting in a crochet class either. Like where is I want to find people that drum and light fires and dance and, come together and, you know, for magical experiences and watch the stars and all of the good, fun, magical
Exactly.
stuff.
That's the
Yeah.
good stuff. I mean, crikey,
It's hard to find here in Jacksonville. I don't know too many. I mean, there's some drumming circles I've looked into, but yeah, it's you know,
I know exactly what you mean. I spent more than 20 years ago, a good decade of partying, taking drugs, going out, being completely reckless,
I
being
get it.
completely reckless.
That has its place too, Emma. I believe that. It does.
And but there was a twofold thing to this thing. I wanted to go out and have a good time and that kind of thing. And I was searching for something. I was searching for something to fill that hole. But there was the other side of me that also knew it's like I can reach these heights without taking the drugs. There's got to be a way, you know. I was still searching. I was partying, but I was still searching. Now what I realize is by spending time with women like you, dancing around that fire, just dancing, doesn't have to, you know, just dancing, being with each other, we can reach those heights that no drug can touch.
That's right.
We
That's
can
right.
reach higher than those heights that no drugs can. And I get that now. And I knew back then, it's like I always had this thought, it's like I'm going to be able to feel like this without all these drugs, without all these things going on. I don't know how, but I am. And it's only now that I realize that by working through our stuff, by loving ourselves, by owning these, you know, sort of like broken aspects of ourselves, by bringing that home, by healing ourselves and stepping back into our charge, our power, that it's better than any hallucinogen,
Sure, I
any
agree.
you can take. It's just and this is, I suppose now, this is my new addiction. You know, I'm healing. It's inner work. It's having that expansion. It's
I would
going
say
to,
passion rather than addiction. Right?
yes,
Everything,
yes,
you know,
yeah,
it's okay for us to feel passionate and excited about something and go all in. And it doesn't always, you know, necessarily have to be what we refer to as an addiction. I'm not telling you how to, you know, that's your own dialogue with yourself. But, you know, I recently quit smoking cigarettes. I've gained like 20 pounds and I'm like, okay, what am I doing? Like, I need to get on top of it because I work so hard to get the weight off. And I will go back, but I'm just kind of enjoying connecting, you know, doing these shows and connecting with other women and, you know, finding my place and
but
I feel it like something huge is happening, not just for myself, for all of us. Like we're all moving to our next level. Those of us that are doing the inner work, that are looking to advance, become learned, grow, spiritually evolve, so forth, so on.
yes,
And those that are still, you know, I mean, I think we're all multidimensional. I don't think I know that, but those that choose to just really say in the place of the 3D, you know, 9 to 5, go to work, doctors, lawyers, judges, all the stuff that I have become aware of, that where I've given my power away, those that are still following the status quo or still choosing to give their power away. I mean, I'm not saying I'm exempt from that, but every day I claim my sovereignty. Every day I pick and choose what I'm willing to, you know, for instance, if I need to see a doctor or I'm going to get my teeth cleaned soon. I mean, people talk about like, and I know I've kind of shifted a little bit, but talking about these med beds and all these technology that's coming, that's going to be, well, we don't have access to it right now. And this has been going on for years. And not that I don't believe those things, you know, that they will be available to us, but I still have to take care of myself. I
yes,
still have to, you know, do the best I can on my own to learn how to heal my body and to clean my vessel and to like fasting and eating properly and moving my body and exercise and all those things. But I still need my teeth cleaned.
well
I mean, yeah,
this is the thing. I mean, there is nothing wrong with the people who are in the system. Everybody's on their own
right.
journey.
That's right.
There's no right or wrong here. And believe you me, I need some dental work doing, you know, and that kind of thing. But yes, completely right. I mean, sometimes when we're in an environment, like say when you know we're suffered under sexual abuse and that kind of thing, no, there are some situations that are not our fault, that are, you know, put upon us. But
Yes,
when we become aware of it, I believe it's our duty to become so self-responsible that we can then take care of it. No, it's
that's
not
right.
our fault. No, it's not our fault that these things happen to us, but it is absolutely our responsibility to take care of it after that, once we become
Absolutely, I
aware of it.
agree. And I
Once we
didn't get
become
that
aware
for
of
a
it.
long time, Emma, because I was very angry. Like I wanted to know why I wasn't valued as a child, why I wasn't, I could go on and on and on. And I realized that, you know, uh, my parents too had their own conditioning, programming, traumas, and so forth. And, you know, shadow work and healing wasn't a thing. They were, you know, well, you know, two different dynamics with my mother and father, but whatever the case may be, I'm the youngest of 12 kids. I grew up watching different things, you know, unfold before me and being influenced by so many people that I kind of just said, screw all y'all, I'm doing what I want to do. Then realizing that, yeah, I left home at 12, completed sixth. I mean, I can tell you, and then realized that, you know, I was a part of something else that I wasn't aware of. I became aware of my lab and, you know, military abduction and programs and projects and the whole bit. And not that I say, you know, I'm looking and sticking my head in the sand with it, but it's like, do I even want to dive into that aspect? No, I'd rather just stay connected to my heart. If things show up for me to, I will deal with them accordingly to the best I can, you know, because we hear about super soldiers and my lab and this. I don't know if you're familiar with that stuff, but I
Another show altogether.
oh,
MK Ultra
let's do that.
abduction.
Let's have
Yeah,
another show, and because
yeah,
there are more people that are becoming aware that they have been used in these projects and programs.
exactly.
I am fully
MK Ultra,
aware. Yeah,
mind control. Oh, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. Abductions.
yeah.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
just getting started with this. I also want to talk to you, and we'll do it because we're getting close to the end of the show. We've got about 15 minutes.
Wow.
But I definitely want to have you back on. Emma, you are amazing. You're amazing, and I know that you are um, definitely have skills that a skill set that uh, can help so many people, and you do. But for those that haven't come across you yet, I definitely encourage people to reach out to you and work with you if they feel called to,
Oh,
or at
oh,
least become friendly with and check you out on Facebook and what other. Yeah,
absolutely. Come and talk to me. You know, if you
yes.
resonate with me, great. If you don't, great. You know
But
what I mean?
yeah,
It's
but I
yeah.
would love to maybe set up maybe a weekly thing or something where we can do a show once a week just on shadow work. Uh, if you're interested. Just on,
The more we get this message out, the better it is. If, like I said on my live today, if I can only help one person, and that one person goes and helps another one person, that's the ripple effect. That's, you know, that's me doing my thing. That's me, you know. Oh my God, that's a wonderful, for me, that's just the best thing ever.
I just think that it would be lovely to be able to have something like that available to people where we can even do roundtables or invite other people in, other women in.
there,
Um,
there are
you
so
know,
many
and
subjects. There are so many subjects. Like I say,
absolutely, you can
there's
never,
mind
that's right.
control,
And we
there's
both like to talk,
ancestral.
obviously. So
Yeah, yeah. So
I
yeah,
love it.
mind control, inner
Yeah.
baby, ancestral work, you know, sort of like just, you know, deep diving. What is the subconscious? What is the ego? What are implants? I mean, oh, Craig, honestly, I could talk about this stuff forever. I love it. It
Okay.
never gets boring for me, because it's like I say, it's just this complete unveiling. It's like a flower that's just always blooming. You know, it's
Yeah.
always blooming.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I may not, you know, I definitely know that I have spiritual gifts um that I'm blessed with, and more importantly, it's just really highly intuitive and empathic, and I feel
I
people's
know you
energy.
are. I know you are.
Yes.
But like I
So,
say,
but
don't
I'm
get me
not
wrong.
trained in the way you are. I'm not, you know, taking class. These are just not. We all have these gifts. I just haven't zeroed in on any one particular thing to really master in order for me to use it as a way to, and maybe I will. I mean, I don't know, but right now I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and until
Exactly.
something
I mean,
else opens.
don't
But
get
I
me wrong.
definitely am interested in starting a uh getting, like, having you on if you have the time, maybe once a week, or if you want to do it once a month, something we could talk about it off, off the show,
Online.
about shadow work and about, so
We
I
need to get the
definitely want to
message
bring
out
you
there.
back. Yeah, yeah.
We need to get the
Bring,
message out there.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Well, I know that there are a lot of people that have been doing this way longer than I have, for sure, like videos and so forth, but I don't think there's ever too much information about this kind of thing. Like, it's always those that are being pulled or called to, newly awakened, newly activated. Um, I just don't want anybody to feel like there aren't people that have experienced some of the things that maybe some are going through, that they know that they have a place they can come to, especially women, where they will not be judged, where they will not be mocked or challenged in a way that is, I don't do the competitive
No, that's right.
catty
That's right.
nonsense. With I've never been that woman, and I will not become that woman. um I'm all about empowering other people. I will speak my truth, I'll say how I feel, because I just will. I've never had an issue with that. um but I do it in a much different way now, more compassionate, because I know everybody's got their own crap with them, and some are in different places in their evolution and their development and so
That's it.
forth. So I try to do my
That's
best to be empathetic about that and compassionate. Now, of course, when you're highly intuitive and empathic, when somebody's full of shit, and I don't do well with that. So I will appease you for a minute until I realize you just want to keep going on with this, and I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not. I'm here to help people, like you say, become the best version of themselves, and I'm still doing my own thing with
exactly.
myself. So
Exactly. It
yeah,
doesn't matter how many people I work with, whoever I'm working with, I'm still doing the work as well. I haven't arrived. I'm not there.
that's right.
I'm still on my journey. And
Yes.
like I say, to get this work out there, to get the message out there, there isn't anything wrong with anybody. You know what I mean? We're not, we may be a little bit broken, but there's nothing wrong with anybody. And when, if you're,
Hold on one second. Somebody's at my door, Emma. Hold on one second. Okay. Thank you. My maintenance is here changing the filter in my air condition unit. Okay, so Katie did send a message saying that we could run over, but I think 3 o'clock would be good for us to
yeah,
end.
that's
Yeah,
fine. I mean, I
that
think
way, yeah, because we could keep going, but I'm hoping to have you back. I mean, I'll reach out to you and we'll work out something and
oh,
work it
please,
out with
please, I
Katie
would
where we,
love to.
yeah, I
I
would
would
love to
love
work
to.
with you too, because I know that you are the right person for that, and collaborating and bringing more women in. And I'll talk to Katie. I'm going to talk to her about, we'll talk off the show, because I'm kind of excited. I really am looking to get a group going and invite more women. And from that, if people want to come and branch out to you and start working with you with the machines and digital marketing and so forth, great. But I definitely want to start where doing shadow work, support group, and so forth, because I know I can,
Of-
and I
and the
know
thing
you can.
is,
Yeah,
and the thing is, I can also get together, so just even some small trainings. So for people who want to know a little bit more, who want to know a little bit more about the ego, I've got some exercises. I've just got a few hints and tips and a few hacks that I can bring to you. I
oh,
can
that
bring
would
forward
be fabulous.
to
We
really,
can
really
all
help
learn
people.
together from you, Emma. That's
Exactly.
fabulous.
Exactly.
Yes,
We rise together. We rise
yes,
together.
yes.
it's about empowering everybody, you know, and that's exactly what I want to do. That's what I'm here for, you know. It's this whole thing is bigger than me. It's bigger than me making money. It's bigger than me just doing my personal growth. It's everybody. Every time we raise our vibration, we raise the vibration of everyone.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. I'll reach out to you. We can talk off the video and come up with something, and then we can introduce it to our people, our friends on Facebook or wherever you want to, and we'll just go from there and see how it unfolds, see how things go. Never know, we might find ourselves really doing some amazing. I don't.
We are already doing it.
Well, that's what I was just correcting myself. We are already doing amazing things. I know you are, and I surely aspire to. And it's people like you that get me more excited. Katie, my producer, she's amazing. I've just really been recently fortunate to just connect with so many amazing women, and I just wanted to continue.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I mean, this is what I'm seeing myself. More and more women are coming together. I'm not excluding the men. Men are awesome. I'm not a man hater or anything like that. This isn't about them or anything like that. This is about everybody rising. This is about the women bringing the men with us to bring that balance, to bring out everything that we're supposed to be. It isn't about just the men. It isn't about just the women. It is supposed to be about balance. And now
that's right, absolutely. But we got to do our part in order to invite the men along with us, and they're doing what they're. I mean, there's a lot of spiritually grounded and attuned men out there too, for sure, that I see. You know, I'm single. I'm not involved with anybody by choice. Although I do intend to invite my beloved into my life when it's, and I'm not looking. I just know that it will happen when in divine timing. I believe everything happens in divine timing. And I did plenty of dating and had lots of sex and lots of fun when I was younger. I did. And I'm not missing any of it. What I do miss, if you want to say miss, is having a partner and somebody to, you know, do things with and build together. Yes, that's right.
Intimacy doesn't mean sex all the time, but you know, just that closeness. And just before we finish, my own partner and I, Andy, we're actually embarking on a course together, because he's now he isn't really as deep as into these things as I am, but he's now had a couple of profound experiences to really sort of, for him to say, do you know something, you've got a point, I'm open. And for
fabulous, that's awesome, Emma.
For any man to do that, that's up there. Even to say, okay, I don't believe what you do, but I'm open, and we're embarking on a 12-week course.
Fabulous. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I just think when you meet somebody that's even if, like you said, they don't believe what you believe, but there's something in them that's attracted to that light in you that does believe in the things you believe in, or rather know the things you know, because even the word believe is like, you know, okay. Nope, I'll call them back.
But just
to have a partner and somebody that supports you and says, okay, I know this is important to you, so I'm going to support you, you know, in this, and then now to come and say, hey, I've had a few experiences, I'm more open. That's amazing. That's
exactly
awesome.
and to want me to take his hand and he said, you know, okay, I want to come with you, guide me. And I'm so excited for the next few weeks. So I've got this month intensive going on. I've got the next few weeks with my partner. Anybody who wants to click on my page and watch my progress and, you know, talk about these things or find out where I'm doing things, and so you want information, please just hit me up.
Yeah, so share your information, please, before we share. So you're on Facebook.
Yes.
Go ahead and tell your information, any contact information.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you can find me under my name, Emma Broomhall. My Facebook profile is public. I don't have a business page or anything like that. It is all just on my personal page. You can also find me on Instagram, which is Emma Living Free 1001. You can find me on Instagram as well. I'm just trying to think now what else. I don't really have any websites because everything I do is through the platform. So if you want to find me, hopefully you'll find, you'll find me my information in the comments below underneath the video. Other than that, look at my, look me up at my name, Emma Broomhall, BROOMHALL, and you'll find me. You'll see my
Lovely.
face. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Come and hook up with me. Come and have a chat. I'd love to.
Yes. Very good. Lovely. Thank you for coming on, Emma.
Thank
I look
you.
forward to
Thank
working
you
with
for
you
having
and
me.
collaborating with you. And I will reach out to you soon about
Please.
figuring out,
Oh.
coming up with an idea together, and that we can launch and invite others to come along and engage.
Yeah,
And
I want anybody, man or woman, but especially women, because obviously, because they're a bit more into it right now. But yeah, to step up for yourselves, commit to yourself. Really, if you want to if you want to liberate yourself, break out of whatever cocoon that you're keeping yourself in. Don't be afraid. Come and do it. Come and talk. Even if you just got some questions, please come and ask them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
very good. Thank you. Fabulous. I appreciate you.
I
I'll talk to you
appreciate
soon.
you.
Have a fabulous day. We'll do this again soon.
Oh, yes,
All right.
please.
Love.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you till next time. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.